Hello, this is David and welcome to Make Me Proud, the video series sharing the story of my campaign to become a better sprint swimmer. And in this episode, I'm going to be conducting a technical analysis of my 50 meters butterfly race from the European Masters Long Course Swimming Championships 2024 in Belgrade. For those of you that have already watched the race will know that I came in with a time of 31.74 seconds, just 0.08 seconds, 8/100ths of a second off of a long course personal best. And therefore in this episode we're just going to be dissecting the race, seeing what went well for me, what didn't quite go so well for me, and why I was so close but narrowly missed out on that long course personal best. So if you would give this video a like, I would very much appreciate it. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more swimming content. And for swim coaching, head on over to westcough.com. But otherwise, without any further ado, let's dive right in to today's technical analysis. So I react well to the starting buzzer in this race, and some decent underwaters puts me towards the front and in contention. I begin the first 25 with a nice quick stroke rate, getting power with each stroke. The camera pans away from me slightly, so unable to comment here, but then when the camera pans back, you can see that I'm finishing this race off well, but as I enter the final 10 meters, start to tire, my stroke becomes clunky, I'm bobbing up and down a little bit more, and therefore come in with a time of 31.74 seconds. 0.08 seconds off a personal best for me, so a really decent swim and one that I'm thoroughly happy with, but also agonisingly close. So that's a 50 meters butterfly race that I am incredibly happy with. As I said earlier, only 0.08 seconds off of a long course personal best, and therefore something to be really proud about. And to be honest, I'm finding it rather difficult to find any major flaws in this swim. I reacted well to the starting buzzer, which I didn't do in the 200 meters freestyle, so good for me to learn from that race and immediately implement a correction to that. Did well with my underwaters. It was a little bit difficult to see how well I actually did there. However, the fact that I came out alongside everyone else would suggest that I performed them rather decently and also put myself in good contention for that heat. Again, down the first 25, I had a nice, powerful stroke. The stroke rate was also nice and high as well, which benefited me and got me really close to that long course personal best. The one critique of that race that I would have is, as I entered the final 10 meters, it became obvious that I was getting tired, and you can notice this because my stroke rate starts to slow down somewhat, and you can see more vertical bobbing up and down as I approach the finish, which isn't particularly efficient with that stroke. With each stroke you want to try and get as much horizontal distance as much as you can, because naturally you want to be pulling yourself towards the finish line. But there, as I was tiring, my technique started to go slightly, which meant that I slowed down coming into the finish, and was probably the difference between me going a personal best and me not doing so. So I think the main takeaway from that race is to work on my butterfly endurance, especially as I enter the final 10 meters of the race. Really try to hold that good technique, that strong stroke rate, feel the burn going into the finish and not allowing that to disrupt my good swim. Just ultimately it's down to lactate threshold, being comfortable with that burn that I can feel going into the final 10 meters, and holding strong, holding my technique, holding my high power and stroke rate, so I finish nice and strong, as opposed to there where I weakened off as I approached the finish. Otherwise, a swim that I'm really happy with, and on the basis that the pool wasn't as good as the London Aquatic Centre where I set that personal best, had I swam that again at the London Aquatic Centre, that probably would have been a long course personal best. So again, another reason to be rather happy with that swim. So one thing there to work on going into Masters Short Course Nationals at the back end of October, which is my final big competition of 2024. But nonetheless, a swim that I can be really happy with there. I learned a great deal from it, and yeah, really looking forward to besting that come future competitions. But otherwise, that is it for this week's technical analysis. I've been David Westcough. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. For more swimming content, click on my profile picture and subscribe to my YouTube channel. For swimming coaching, visit westcough.com. Or for another video of mine that I think you'd like, click on the thumbnail.